All right, what's up, boxing fans? It's Aztec. I'm doing a live stream about the Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury fight last night. Um, Great fight. Fuck, it was a great fight. This is an epic heavyweight fight that, to me, it's kind of like this is legendary. This is a historical fight, mainly because the heavyweight division has been so dull. You know, uh, Hey, what's up, Insane Fighter? What's up, man? Yeah, it was epic. It was epic. Let's not get distracted from the controversy. You know, this was a great fight. I mean, both fighters showed what you're supposed to do in a fight. One guy was obviously winning the fight, outboxing the other fighter. He gets clipped, he gets dropped, and it's up to him to get back up. And then you have Deontay Wilder down on the scorecards. He needs a fucking miracle. And he's able to land, two of the biggest punches on one of the most elusive fighters in the heavyweight division. So this was a fucking good fight. Honestly, I do not know how Tyson Fury got back up. To be honest, I have no idea how Tyson Fury got back up. I mean, that shit was a fucking miracle. All right, so Insane Fighter, would you think of the fight? Did you see the draw that it turned out to be, or did you end up seeing Wilder winning, or did you see Tyson winning? Because I'm seeing a lot of different scorecards. Honestly, from my perspective, when I was watching the fight, Tyson Fury looked like he was winning the fight up until the ninth round. Like he was winning every round. Like that knockdown was the first round on my book that Wilder won in the ninth round. It changed the pace of the fight, but he was down. He was down 9 rounds on my book, or 8 rounds. You know, he was down 8 rounds already. Um, Tyson Fury just looked like he was setting the pace. He was landing in combinations. The crisper, cleaner punches were coming from Wilder. I mean, from Tyson. And by the ninth round, I felt like I actually by the sixth round, I was already thinking in my head like if Wilder doesn't win the seventh round, this is bad. And he lost the seventh round in my book. And then I thought, okay, he needs a knockout to win. Because if he keeps going like this, he's not gonna win the fight. I was fucking amazed by the judges' scorecards. The fact that you had one of the judges have it in Wilder's favor. I think it was 115, 111. Ridiculous fucking scorecard. Fucking crazy. Let's see here. Let's look at the comment section. Uh, all right. Insane Fighter says, bro, when he dropped, I was screaming on my phone to get back up. Yo, hey, I was the same way. Actually, I was screaming at Wilder to finish him when he got back up. Because I was rooting for Wilder. I wanted Wilder to win. And I mean, I was fucking frustrated the first 6 rounds. I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, just let your fucking hands go. Let your hands go. Let that God-given talent take control. Just win the. And he kept trying to box with Fury. And then finally he let his hands go in the ninth and dropped him. But then Fury came back and fucking dominated the 10th and the 11th. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? By the 12th round, when he knocked down Tyson Fury, I thought it was over. This is a KO. It's done. Tyson Fury gets back up. then I'm screaming at the fucking screen. Yo, Wilder, you gotta fucking knock him out, bro. Don't let him fucking walk away with the win. Because you're down. On my book, you're fucking down. And sure enough, man, Wilder couldn't close the show. That was frustrating to watch because it was that chance of glory was right there. Was seconds away from him fucking just finishing the fight. And he didn't do it. Hey, what's up, Haplotype? What's up, dog? Hey, Haplotype, who'd you have winning the fight? Or did you see it as a draw like the judges? Well, I mean, it's a split decision draw, so I guess, which one of the judges, I guess, was closer to your scorecard? Because you had Fury close. I mean, the thing is that when it comes down to the whole fight as a whole, if a casual fan is watching this and you see one fighter get dropped and then in the last round pretty much get knocked out, whether he gets back up or not, if he's not doing that same kind of damage to his opponent, they'll probably see that as that guy lost. But for those of us who watch boxing and understand it goes by round, it's hard for me to fathom boxing fans that are saying that Deontay Wilder won. That blows my fucking mind. I don't know what fight I was watching. Now I'm starting to question if I have good eyesight. Because I could swear that I saw Deontay Wilder get schooled for the first 8 rounds. I mean, it is what it is. One thing that this does is it elevates the fight. This fight did not need this controversy to sell a rematch. It didn't need the controversy. From what I remember when the fighters were walking into the fight, I think the announcers were saying that if Tyson Fury won, there was a rematch clause anyways. So, I don't think it needed the controversy. I don't think it needed the offset scorecards. 3 different fucking judges saw 3 different fights pretty much. Insane Fighter says Fury won just by going. He is a winner after the coke drinking binge and weight loss. Tyson Fury deserves his respect. And when he's at 100%, he will KO Wilder. I honestly, you're right. He deserves 100% respect, and not too many people can come back from that kind of demons, haunting you. And the fact that he was able to come back and put on an epic athletic performance. You're not asking, this dude that was overweight and on drugs, to do some kind of like office work. You're asking this dude to come back and be athletic. That is tough. And to compete against the top athlete in a fight. So yeah, he deserves respect. As far as what Tyson can do in a rematch, honestly, I am confident. I feel, even though I feel Tyson Fury won the fight, I think that in the second fight, Wilder will be able to close the show. I'm hoping he would. If he lets his hands go. But can Tyson Fury knock him out? He wasn't able to knock him down in the first fight. He wasn't able to really, hurt him. He was able to gain his respect, but I didn't see Wilder hurt to the point where I'm thinking, hey, Tyson Fury is close to getting a knockout. I think the only way that Tyson Fury really is able to beat Deontay Wilder is by outscoring him and outboxing him, which I believe he was able to do in this fight, despite the 2 rounds that, in my opinion, he lost because of the knockdown. Um, let's see here. Haplotype. This 100% talk is silly. Fury fought as well as I've ever seen him fight. It was an incredible display, and he had more energy after the fight than round one. Yeah, of course. He took a little nap, man. He got knocked out. He took a little nap. He woke up fresh. Fucking Tyson Fury woke up fresh. He woke up fresh. Man. People that were saying that Fury wasn't ready were wrong. He told you he was ready, and he was. Haplotype, you're right. Yeah, man. He was ready. And I didn't put this out on a video, but I'm going to be honest. I thought he wasn't. I thought that this would be the end of Tyson Fury. I seriously thought that Deontay Wilder was going to murder Tyson Fury. Like, I didn't think this was going to go past the 6th round. He dodged 100 right hands. Yeah, he dodged 100 right hands. And you just need one from Wilder for it to count. But that one, I mean, that's a fucking Wilder needs something else. Someone in his corner to fucking tell him, like, yo, pick it up. Pick it up. Let your hands go. I don't know if it was, for some reason I'm feeling like his corner was just not giving him the right motivation to be able to go in there and let his hands go. I feel like they were kind of playing it like it was a close fight, and he needed to be careful. And they were still trying to kind of box with Tyson Fury, when I felt like the right thing to do would be, hey, go in there. You need a knockout to win. Let it all hang out. You know what I mean? That's true, though. He was godly and had that swagger. Insane fighter. Hey, that fool fucking reincarnated, man. That fool died. That fool died and reincarnated into another fucking version of Tyson Fury, and came back and started whooping fucking Wilder's ass. Like, what the fuck? That shit was fucking on another level. Haplotype says new respect for Fury. Unbelievable. Uh, Insane Fighter says facts. I was rooting for Fury since day one. I mean, Fury's the type of guy that, it's fun to root for. He's got the charisma. He's a simple guy. It is what it is. He's good for the sport. Deontay Wilder did not look like a winner last night. I feel like after the fight, he was he lacked confidence in whether he won the fight, while you had Tyson Fury celebrating as if he was the winner. And I'm not even judging based on their reaction. I mean, I already had my scorecards written out. I thought Tyson won. But it does show that even Wilder had that second thought, that thing in the back of his head that said, "Hey, you might lose your belt." But luckily, let's keep it real, man. The Mexican judge was paid off. That vato was paid off. That vato was paid off, man. I know they came at him with some money. Fucking 115, 111, a Wilder? Fool, come on. Honestly, it's funny though. Um, this fight opens up the heavyweight division. Like there needs to be new young talent that comes into the heavyweight division that could be promoted. Like something needs to happen with the heavyweight division because there's like these top guys that they're playing ball by themselves, and going back and forth online isn't enough to build hype. Like they need these young guys to come in and create a challenge, and it can't be these overweight fighters that come in like Chris Arreola and shit that constantly get title shots, and for some reason they continue fighting. You want guys that are gonna come in and they're promotable. Like these guys look like they could last long term and win and become champions. Um, because if fucking Deontay Wilder gets past Tyson Fury and then he fights Anthony Joshua, what are we left with? Who else are we going to get excited for? So I'm hoping that the heavyweight division has more young fighters that come in as something to look out for. But let's see here. Let's see. I agree with the draw. Cody says, besides the two 10-8s, Wilder needed 3 out of the remaining 10 rounds for draw. He for sure won round 2. I mean, I'll give up round 2. To be honest, when I was watching the fight, I thought the only rounds that Wilder won was round 9 and round 12 when he got the knockdowns. But even if you give him round 2, honestly, I can't imagine giving up any more rounds to Wilder. I feel like Tyson was scoring on defense as well. In a lot of these rounds, Wilder was trying to let his punches go, but he wasn't connecting. He was wild. He was off balance. He was misplaced, and he was chasing Fury. I mean, the thing is that are we just scoring now on punches landed? Or is ring generalship, like, who was a ring general in this fight? I mean, I guess when you start breaking it down like that, it's a tough fight to score. I got to watch the fight again. To be honest, I can't see any other scorecard other than Tyson Fury winning the fight. And you know what? There's something about this that makes me think this is something that Mikey Garcia is going to have to look into. He's going to have to think about. You're in a situation where you're fighting a bigger guy. You could get knocked down a few times, but you know the judges, are they going to see it your way? You're going to have to go in and close the show. Honestly, I really do feel like the scorecards reflected Showtime and Al Heyman protecting one of their potential top stars. Even though Deontay Wilder right now isn't like the biggest thing in the world, this fight made him huge. I mean, these knockdowns are going to be shown everywhere, PN, everywhere. People are going to watch them. This is going to go viral if it hasn't already. So, in my opinion, I think that this is obviously the scorecards came out. They don't want Deontay Wilder right now losing his O. That would look bad. That does not help. This is supposed to help the Anthony Joshua fight. And anything other than Deontay Wilder winning does not help. the Anthony Joshua fight, especially if Tyson Fury gets a W. So what do? They have to manipulate the scorecards, and it is what it is. They gave it a draw. So that way they can do the rematch, do it again, clean slate. Deontay Wilder gets another chance, another 12 rounds to knock him out. Boom. You got Anthony Joshua still on the table. Let's see here. Cody says, I don't think there's an argument for Wilder winning, but he pulled out the draw with a big round 12. Also, if you look at Joshua versus Takam, Klitschko and Martin, that fight last night would have been stopped. It would have, but it didn't, you know? And at the end of the day, Wilder's responsibility is to finish the fight. I mean, you have a guy that was just knocked out. Literally, he was out cold. He was just knocked out. You still have a minute, 2 minutes left in the round. Like, finish the fucking fight. You're the bronze bomber. You're Deontay Wilder. Finish the fight. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's why we have a 10 count. If a fighter can get back up, sometimes fights are stopped a little bit too soon. And we criticize referees when they do that, when they stop the fight a little too soon. You know, in this fight, I think we would have all been okay if they would have called it off when he was on the ground. Boom, knockout. The fact that he didn't, and he got back up, and he pushed Deontay Wilder back, and Wilder wasn't able to close the show, shows me that at the end of the day, that's a good call that they did not stop the fight. Insane Fighter says Mikey might get knocked out. Oh yeah, he should get knocked out. If he lasts all 12 rounds against Errol Spence, I mean, he shouldn't. That should not happen. I see Fury getting slimmer and more agile. Yeah, he's gonna be on point. I see Fury partying his ass off over the holiday and putting on about 30 pounds. Yeah. That could happen too, man. He gets a fucking 8-ball of coke and just goes back to his old ways. I don't know. You're right, but people call robbery on Wilder, but it's cool for Joshua to get bad stoppages. Why? You know what's funny to me though? Is that when like right now, like the villain to Wilder's story is Anthony Joshua. Right? So everything's kind of comparable between the two. But if you like look at other fights, when like I'm looking back at people saying that, you know, Austin Trout, after getting knocked down, got back up and won the round that he was knocked down in against Canelo. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was a big reason why a lot of people thought that Trout won that fight. But it's funny to me because Tyson Fury did the exact same fucking thing in this fight, and no one is saying that Tyson Fury came back and won the 9th round that he was fucking dropped in. Right? Like the nothing is consistent. Things change depending on what people see, which fighter they're looking at. Let's see here. I'm shocked he got up knowing that windmill was coming. He got brass balls. Yeah, he's got brass balls, but I think he's also got confidence in his ability, and I think he also has awareness that I think it would have been different if that 12th round knockdown would have happened in the third round. I don't think he would have gone up so fast. The fact that there was just about a few minutes left in the fight made sense for him to get back up. You can weather the storm for 2 minutes and then fight's over. Go to the scorecards. But yeah, he's got balls, man. 100%. He said in the post fight he's going to have a holiday 3 training camp in a row and he's going to do some partying. Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna definitely do partying. He's got a lot of money to spend right now. Watch him come back when he goes, spends most of his money and he needs to re up. Boom, he's back to fighting. But you know what? Hey, whatever works for him. At the end of the day, whatever works for him. I mean, even though I feel like the I feel like the judges' scorecards were controversial, um, especially that 115, 111 and Wilder. But this was an amazing fight, and I can't wait for the rematch. And both guys they did their part. They did their part. Um, but I think the scorecards. Um, it would be different if you saw like two judges score the draw or something like that too. But the 115, 111 to Wilder, it just screams fucking corruption. It's just not the type of look that you want people to have. It's the same shit when people complain about different fights where scorecards are wrong. What was that judge that scored the Canelo and Floyd fight and gave Canelo had Canelo winning? Like that kind of shit. That's corruption. You can tell. They gave the judge that gave Wilder the fight had Wilder winning the first 4 rounds. Did anybody here have Wilder winning the first 4 rounds? Haplotype. You say 115 for Wilder maybe screams incompetence, doesn't scream corruption. Bro, that Vato was paid off, dog. Come on. That fool was paid off. Yeah, DJ Ross. She had Bradley beating. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, did anybody here have. Let's see. It's incompetence. Okay. Did anybody here have Wilder winning the first 4 rounds? It doesn't have to be corruption. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But usually, when you get shitty scorecards, you start questioning, could there be corruption? And haplotype, we're not, come on, don't act like you have that same philosophy. Like, hey man, it doesn't have to be corruption in every fight. Come on, you've called it out before when you see bad scoring. I don't think I'm misplacing the word corruption in a wrong situation. It's a fucking 115, 111 scorecard. Like, pretty much, he only gave what? He gave Tyson Fury maybe 4 rounds, 4 or 5 rounds. That's fucking ridiculous. That's not incompetence. Insane Fighter says the LDBC is calling Andre Ward a coon. I mean, is it the LDBC or is it just 78 Sports TV? Look, man, I'm gonna be honest. Like 78 Sports TV single handedly has he's he's destroyed the whole experience of doing boxing videos. Just completely destroyed it. You know, he gets a little bit too much into himself, and then ends up shitting on the fighters, on the same fighters that he used to fucking back for for differences of opinion, for something stupid. Just because a certain fighter doesn't promote someone that's in his race, like it gets to the point where that kind of energy, you flow it around the YouTube community, and guess what? Like it's gonna rub some people the wrong way. And to be honest, that's kind of one of the main reasons why. And it's not just his side, it's the other side. Look, it's the other side. There's fucking racist channels out there that fucking instigate too. They all fucking destroyed this whole fucking community where it used to be fun. It used to be a place where you could talk boxing and you have a differences of opinion, but whatever. You know what I mean? But now it's kind of like um almost like a cult. Like they turned it into like some kind of cult. It's weird. I don't have time for that shit. I just want to talk boxing like normal people. Like, that's it. I just want to talk boxing. I don't want to join a fucking cult, put their fucking name next to my fucking channel, and have to fucking say their fucking name all the time. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, I don't know. 78 is a good dude. Some of his followers are focused on non-boxing issues. And 78 could be a good dude. Good people do bad things all the time. Like they kind of fuck shit up. Sometimes, you ever have a good person fart in an elevator and they ruin the whole elevator ride for you? Hey, it's not he's not fucking terrible, but he fucking made a bad decision to let his fucking gas go out in an elevator. Like that's it. He's not a bad guy, but he fucking got himself into a position where he wanted to fucking just recruit for some reason this fucking LDBC. Look, everyone else's energy that you're saying there's some bad apples, like they're all feeding off something. All right, man. And they're all copying the same material off someone. And guess who that one person is? 78, man. Like, at the end of the day, he's a good guy, but he just fucking ruined the shit. Like, you ever have someone show up to a party, like they're a good person, but they bring the party down? Like, they kind of fuck shit up there? Like, it's like, it is what it is. Um, LDBC was really Zone 6 idea, in my opinion. LDBC was Zone 6. Who else? Like it was you. It was like LDBC was fucking a small group. Like it wasn't until fucking for some reason 78 wanted to attach himself to Zone 6. Like he wanted to attach himself to Zone 6 all the time. Dante's Boxing Nation was the worst. Dante's Boxing Nation was I get it. He used to do shit that would annoy me. Like instead of just saying Mexican fans, he would say Canelo type fans. Like he would kind of try to use code. I'm thinking in my head, like, dude, why is it so hard for you to just say Mexican fans? Like, it's kind of like a verbal way of like looking around the corner before you say something racist. Like, you're about to say something racist, dog. You should. I just saw the signs, and you're about to, and then boom, immediately he says some fucking racist type shit, like a type of generalization on a group of people. And he wouldn't just say that. If he wants to say white fight fans, instead of saying white fight fans, he would say Triple G type fans, or he would say instead of saying black fight fans, he would say Floyd Mayweather type fans. It was fucking annoying. It was like, you're a grown ass man, dog. Like, say what the fuck is on your head. Uh, Precise Presenter, by far the worst fucking channel on YouTube. That goat was fucking stupid. 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 And he's the main reason why the LDBC is so big. He fueled it. You know that hole, that gap, that like, hey, these type of fans are racist. He fit that stereotype. Like, he just walked the line. He supported all the Eastern European fighters, and any black fighter that showed any type of potential, he fucking shitted on them just because they were black. Like, he literally fit the fucking description of what the LDBC is against. He's the main reason why the LDBC is where they're at. And that goat fucker should, whatever. I don't know. I think he's doing fucking some kind of videos on farming and shit, which is what he should just stick to doing. 78 is a friend, so I'm a little guy. He's cool. He takes a lot of heat for a lot of other people. No, he look, man. I don't really come on here and shit on 78, but I mean, I am gonna tell you what I think, and at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know how much of a friend he is to you. I mean, did he has he shown up for a birthday of yours or what? Like, I don't know what kind of friend he is. I've talked to him over the phone before. We had the same kind of communication. That doesn't mean that he's fucking uh in a position where he can't be criticized. Like, dude, you fucked up the vibe in the YouTube boxing community. This platform that we used to use to have fun. You made it shitty. You know what I mean? Like, you let people in that you knew were going to cause problems, but you wanted to do it for some other reasons that have nothing to do with boxing. It had nothing to do with it. Precise Presenter, Floyd versus Pac breakdown was comedy. Precise Presenter is this fucking piece of shit. Everything he does is stupid, man. I had respect 78 for his realness, but he knows what kind of fanatics he's got around him. Here's the thing, man. Indirectly, a lot of these fanatics get the green light from 78. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are in communication with each other all the time. You ever hear 78 start a fucking video and he says, I had someone fucking send me a link, or I had someone fucking tell me this, or I was talking to this guy and I was telling him that. Like, these are other channels that he's talking to. And these other channels, they either imitate what he says, or they either imitate, they fucking all imitate what he says. Fuck, I don't see any original content until I start stepping away and seeing these channels with less views. When I start seeing channels with less views, I actually get excited, because I'm thinking, like, all right, maybe I might get someone that's just giving out his opinion. He didn't just hear an opinion from someone and then just repeated it. And that's what I'm getting from a lot of the LDBC guys. And even the back and forth that they have with like that fucking what's his name? Barbershop Conversations. Hey, yo, can someone tell me why the fuck Barbershop Conversations calls himself Barbershop Conversations when the motherfucker is bald? When was the last time that fool went to a barber? Like, why is he named Barbershop Conversations? That shit makes no sense to me. A bald guy named Barbershop Conversation. Bro, just call it boxing talk or some shit. I don't know. Uh, let's see here. Yeah, the old Lion Den debates. The round table, boxing round table, that shit was fun, you know? All right, guys, I'm going to have to charge my phone. I'm going to let you guys go. This was my video, so hopefully you guys had a good Thanksgiving. I haven't been putting up videos at all, but you guys let me know if there's anything you guys want to talk about. I'll do another live stream. This is Aztec 101, and I'm out.